Hey everyone, my name is Nathan Payne. Welcome back to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. So, being in the state that GameFi is right now, what I've been really looking into is games that are fun and entertaining above all else. Now, I know everyone's a little different here. There's different genres you like, but the one I want to talk about today is Monster Hunter Worlds. I'm actually quite enjoying this game. I've been playing it for over 2 weeks now, and I find myself constantly going back every day, doing all the quests, and I'm just quite enjoying it. So I want to go through exactly how it all works, kind of the NFT aspect to it. I'm even going to talk a little bit about the earnings because I was a little surprised there actually. And of course, some of the things that they have planned for the future, as well as my tips. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so we're just here on their Twitter. Now, this game is partnered with Gravity. And I know for a lot of you guys, if you ever played Ragnarok Online way back in the day like me, we've kind of seen them try to do a couple different Web3 games over the last few years. It kind of reminds me of WeMix, where it's like every iteration is a little bit better, and I'm actually quite enjoying this. But this is really a game that's like Clash Royale. So if you're familiar with Clash Royale, kind of the tower defense, you drop your units, they move across, fight the other units, and ultimately you have to destroy your base. That's effectively what this game is, which I quite enjoy. Now, there's a little bit of stuff on their website I want to cover, but I think I'll just go through it quickly instead of scrolling through the whole thing. So we can kind of see here some of their backers. Obviously, Sky Mavis is on there. Not really too recognizable from a lot of the others, but then of course, when we go to partners, we can see Gravity. Also, they're partnered with Kaidoro, which is kind of cool, CyberKongs, and some other new names. Now, one thing I really like that they're doing is they're doing a great job keeping their Medium page up to date. So constantly with new updates and also with announcements. It's like they're doing announcements every couple days in the Discord. They're just really well involved with the community and keeping everyone up to speed. Now, the way that it works, and I'll show you guys some gameplay here and we'll jump into the game in a little bit, but there's basically a free-to-play version. And then if you want to play with the NFTs, that's when you can earn. Now, they haven't actually launched their token yet, no TGE, but there is a pairing with Ronin. So there is some liquidity there. So there is still kind of the ability to sell or trade, do whatever you need to with the token. But everyone right now in the Discord is constantly asking when TGE. Something else that I find interesting is they do have a whole rental scholar system. And just talking to some of the other guilds, some of them have told me already that they did make a positive ROI. Some didn't, and that's more to say than most other GameFi projects right now. Now, there is a tip. I definitely feel like this is worth playing free to play first because you have to level your towers and your golems, basically like your base. Because if you just try to jump right in with the NFTs, you're going to get creamed. And I've noticed a lot of people have been complaining about that. So for me, it's like, well, I'm just playing the free to play version, enjoying the game, but I'm leveling up my towers and my defenses so that if I do jump over to using the NFTs, I'm going to be able to compete. Now, I did some mapping out on roughly what it would cost to get involved. So I kind of wanted to show you guys the upper end. Basically, you're going to want to have at least one mythic. Level 10 is the highest. If you end up getting any levels lower, you're going to have to buy multiple of those levels. It's kind of like a blending system. So for example, to go from level 9 to 10 might take, 5, 10, 15 of these guys. So to me, it's better just to get the max team, kind of be done with it. You can see right now the floor is $684 just on this dragon. You're going to want at least one mythic. If you go to legendary, you're probably going to want 1 or 2 legendaries. You can see these are varying about 100 to 200 to 300. And then you get some maybe 2 or 3 epics, but actually a lot of the commons are also pretty good. Some of these seem kind of pricey, but I think they're appropriately priced right now. But I'm using a team of like 7 commons or something like that. And you can see they're still up there in price because they are really good. But basically when I looked at it, because there's a couple different collections, there's also like their Genesis avatars, which give you all kinds of extra features. I think it was somewhere like $5,000 at least I would be looking at spending. So it's still a sizable investment, which is why I haven't done it. I'm just continuing to play the free-to-play version. Like I said, leveling up my towers. But when you do jump into the NFT side, you kind of have to go all in. So that's what's holding me back from doing that. But let me show you guys some gameplay because I think this game is really well done. The art is nice and the gameplay is fun. So let's jump in there. All right, so just booting in game. We can see Gravity at the front there. All right, don't have all the features yet. Like, I know the guild system is still being worked on a little bit. They did just change this whole breeding system. But basically, they have different events and stuff going on. I did buy a package where basically I'm able to get kind of extra crystals every day. You could call these the, microtransaction or in-game currency. So that's really helping me level up my guys. So I did buy some of the things from the shop. They also have a gacha where I can use these basically to get a bunch of chests. That's going to help me. So why don't I show you guys? Here, let's open 10 because I only need 10 to hit the next tier. And effectively what it is I'm needing to collect all these cards in order to level my guys up to the next level, just like Clash Royale, right? So you can see I got 10 of the red spores there. I ended up getting some epics, and that was not too bad. And you don't have to actually buy these things. Like you can see this came up for, 49 cents. I think I put about $60 in total into the game because I figured, hey, it's just like playing a regular game. That's what I'm comfortable spending. You don't have to do that though. Ah, nice. Ended up getting another one of him. So a couple things I want to mention. You have your collection over here. You can see I'm basically using 4 commons. You do have these different spells, and there's different classes that you end up being able to choose. However, you have to get to level 10 in order to be able to job change. So you're basically a novice until then. You can see I only have these 3 spells right now, but once I move into another job class, I can pick up additional spells. And basically the way it works is I go in here, my creamy is already level 7, so it'll be really expensive to upgrade him. So let me show you one that's kind of a lower level where it'll give me an actual menu. So I hit upgrade, select my material, and then I have to use a certain amount of the cards in order to guarantee the success rate. So very similar to Clash Royale, I would hit OK. And then I'm not going to do it because I don't want to level this guy because gold is kind of scarce right now. It's expensive to be able to level things up kind of past where I'm at. You can see I've got a level 3 legendary, level 4 mythic, level 6 rare. But a couple other things I want to show you here. They do have the beta version of the guild kind of going, but like I said, I've been told this isn't fully in effect right now. I'm not actually able to create a guild because I'm level 9, 1 level away from job changing, but I'll probably create Bog. What I do like about this game too is it's maybe like 20 minutes a day to do all your quests. There's also this Challenger League where you can come in here. You have to do it naturally once, and then you can do this sweeping. But kind of like I talked about earlier, the reason why I recommend people playing the free-to-play version first before just jumping in with the NFT side is because you have to level up, let me just go over here, your towers. And I've seen a few people in Discord basically complain like, hey, I bought the NFTs, I'm getting wrecked every time right now, I can't level up my guys so well. It's because the level of your Nexus as well as your ranged guardians do transfer over. So right now, by doing those challenge leagues that you've seen me use the ticket for, by the way, they're like 10 crystals, 15 crystals to buy the ticket, I can now upgrade this. So I feel like I'm progressing towards a point where it will eventually maybe make sense to get the NFTs because this does transfer over. So I really like that. I like how I can progress in the free-to-play version, but then simply add in the earnings or the NFTs at a later date. And I mean, I might just stay free to play. I'm not too sure. I'm really enjoying this. I'm kind of watching the whole ecosystem evolve. But let me show you a battle here. And I want to make sure that I open this so that I got a spot to get the chest. Just like Clash Royale, you win a battle, you get a chest. Now I noticed the pairing isn't so balanced right yet. I can basically get paired against someone who's just going to wreck me. I can also get paired against someone who I'm going to wreck. I think that's just a matter of how many players are actively playing at the time. But it doesn't take me more than a minute to find a match, which is kind of nice. So I like how it shows me the preview of my deck down here as well. It would be cool if it kind of showed the rarity with it, but I'm not complaining. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. 39 seconds. Oh, I'm going to get wrecked. He's level 7. So I'm just going to try to rush and see what I can make happen here, because, yeah, I can tell already I'm going to have a hard time with him. See if I can at least get the tower down. No, maybe not. So I've got these two guys to deal with. I think I'm going to drop Baphomet, see how he can do. Seeing as you can see the level above the units. So that's kind of how I knew, like, right away, I'm in trouble. I've got level 6s and level 7s. I did manage to take out what he sent, though, but these level 6s are probably going to be a problem. I still don't find the losing, like, disheartening, because I might pair against the next opponent who's just really weak, and I'll get an easy win, too. So it's fine that you're going against people you can't always beat, but I'm definitely not going to win this one. I mean, we're going to try our best, though, so let's at least see. Let's drop the arrows. Question is, do I go for his other tower, or do I try to rush his head base? And I think I have to go for the other tower, because he's just going to start attacking my tower. I do feel like the power levels of the units feel pretty good based on their levels. Like, clearly you can tell level 8's against a level 4, a little tough, but the rarity of the cards matter too. So my level 4 that's a rare, was able to fight those level 8 commons. Let's put this here. The Spore acts is like a little defensive structure thing, which is kind of cool. I find it really helps against units when there's like a lot of units, kind of like this. I'm actually surprised he dropped that. Yo-yo. So Fever Time happens, so we basically get a bunch more mana, I guess you could say, to use. But he's able to rush me now with too many units, I think. Arrows will help, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to push past this. Let's see here. I'm actually holding on a little better than I expected, considering his level. Past him and try to get that other tower at least. Like, I quite enjoy this game. I think it's well done. The gameplay is fun. It's a bit challenging at times, because like you guys are seeing here. Also, I find that there's good balancing between the different cards. They did a pretty good job at that. Okay, let's use those arrows again. Oh, it's coming down to the wire. Oh my god, am I gonna win? Oh, I don't know. This is looking tough. Think he might get me. No, that wasn't. I almost had him, but this is pretty good. Wow, I actually almost beat him, and he was 2 whole levels ahead of me, and his units were 2 levels higher too. So I'm happy about that performance. Okay, cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely fun. You can download it on any app store. Like I said, it's kind of good to play the free-to-play version, see if you guys are enjoying it. I'm curious, what are your thoughts? Are you enjoying it if you've been playing this? And yeah, I just want to say thanks so much for being subscribed to the channel. It really makes a big difference. Do me a favor and smash that like button. See y'all in the next video. Cheers.